Good day. I am astrologer Lateesha Hinton, and I am continuing on my series in Synastry that I have just begun. And I am talking about the sun in opposition to Venus in Synastry. So a Synastry reading is a chart overlay reading of two people. So you take the birth chart of person one and the birth chart of person two, and then with an overlay of the charts, you can see how this relationship will impact the other person's life, how the planets will speak to each other, and then ultimately see how the dynamic will play out between the two people based on what the planets, how the planets are interacting with one another in the other person's chart. So oppositions are typically understood in ancient astrology as having the nature of Saturn. So Saturn is known to bring blockages and slow things down. And Saturn can also bring stability. Saturn can be the glue to anything that he comes in contact with. It can be the glue in love relationships. So when we have the sun, which is the outward expression, it is how you are expressing yourself in the world. That is what the sun is doing in our natal charts. And Venus, being feminine, being the feminine goddess and feminine energy, it is a receptive energy. So with this, we have the receptivity of Venus coming in contact by opposition with the sun, coming into contact with the sun by way of the opposition. So in an opposition, you're going to have these two planets in a polarity. They're on the same axis. So when we look to signs that are on the same axis, there is a mirroring effect that is happening. But because we have the masculine and the feminine coming together, there is an energy exchange that is happening. It's the same as if you are coming together with another person, and you bring the gifts that you have and they bring what they have, and you're able to blend the two together. And because the opposition of these two, of the masculine and feminine, are here, it brings on this nature of Saturn. There is just an automatic connection, a glue, if you will, that you have with the sun opposite Venus. It is this part that wants to give the love nature to the masculine of the sun, the masculinity of the sun. And then you have the sun wanting to give to and penetrate the Venus. So the Venus is opening up and receiving from the masculine energy of the sun, and it's on the same axis. So just for instance, if we are talking about the signs, if you have the sun in the sign of Taurus, and then the partner has the Venus in the sign of Scorpio, automatically the Venus is giving to the sun something that the sun does not have, and the sun is giving to Venus what she does not have. And there is a blending and an understanding because they're on the same poles, just looking at the other one, and there is just a natural understanding between the two of them. And again, because the opposition is the nature of Saturn, it's something that will cause a beautiful relationship to be built. There is just a love that happens between them that just comes without words. There is just an enjoyment and a giving back and forth that happens with the sun opposite Venus. And, this can be seen even in non-romantic relationships. If you have a friend who has sun opposite Venus connection in synastry, these friends, they just love each other and they just help each other and they just support each other. These are those people that are there to talk and share. When the one person is going through any sort of issue, then you have the other one that's there to be the listening ear and be the support. And there's this feeling of love that will remain always. It's just automatically there. Even in those situations where, like in a friendship relationship and something happens and you don't talk for a long time, you could talk today, and this might have been months and months, but when you talk, immediately that love jumps up and it is there, to support the relationship. So it's a very beautiful thing to have this Venus opposite the sun in synastry, and is a beautiful marker for a relationship that is filled with love and filled with understanding and filled with giving and sharing with each other. And then the nature of Saturn is a part of it as well. So that's what I wanted to share. But in synastry, I want to also say this. In synastry, it's just not one aspect, right? And we hear that all the time, even in a natal chart. It's not just one aspect that makes up the personality, but this one is one that can help the relationship make it through many hard times. All right. Thank you so much for listening. My name is Lateesha Hinton with Soul Spread Wisdom. If you would like a synastry reading with me, if there is a relationship that you are in, and you are seeing some things in the relationship that may be challenging and you want to take a deeper look at it, I can help you with that through synastry and composite charts, and also working with the tarot. I have that available in my toolkit, and I would love to work with you. Thank you for listening. Please like, subscribe, and share. Ase 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 O. Yadhe Vave.